back to the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt, and we're sitting in Baltimore Washington International Airport in Baltimore, Maryland. We are sitting in front of our trailer at FedEx, right next to the airport. Just waiting for the green light on the trailer. We're gonna go in and get our paperwork and then head out. It's heading down to Greensboro, North Carolina. It's about a 6-hour drive. I'll probably drive it all straight through. I don't think we have any reason to, stop this time. Yeah, sometimes we grab things at Amazon lockers, but I think this time we're gonna go straight through. And then we're gonna drop the trailer, and Liz will get us down to Conley, Georgia, or Stanton, Virginia to the house. Depends on if the agency that we booked with our next load cancels on us this week or not. I don't know. I'm not super hopeful that it's gonna fire, but I would like it to. The money would be good, but going by the house, I mean, that's always good too. You just don't make money that way. That's kind of a bummer, but you know, what can you do? It's not gonna like ruin us financially if it doesn't run, but we usually end up spending more money than we make over the weekend if we're at the house, but a lot more fun, obviously. But I'll pick up a little bit once we actually get the paperwork and pull the trailer out of the door. We'll probably pick up before we head out, and then probably won't pick up again until we get to Greensboro. Alright, update. I did not film any more at Baltimore, but we just got over to Greensboro, dropped the trailer. On the way, I got a call from the next load's agent, or I guess a worker there, saying that FedEx requested a change on the delivery destination. So they want us to take it to South Chesterfield, which is pretty much Richmond, Virginia, instead of Baltimore to BWI. So I asked her what that would do to the rate, and she said the agent will let us know when they get in at 8, which is currently 6:30. But she did say that they requested the same thing yesterday, and the driver, I guess, was sleeping like any normal person would be, and didn't get back to him in time. So FedEx decided just to cancel the whole thing. I said, well, it's good, because last week they canceled on us completely, so this time at least there's a chance that we're gonna actually have a run to run. It is gonna be a little bit less money, obviously, since we're going like 150 miles less, but if it fires off, you know, it's money. If not, we'll just go home. Plenty of things that we can do at the house. We have a giant laundry list. I'd kind of like to stay out and keep making money, but I mean, we're also not gonna like beg and, you know, plead for FedEx to send stuff out. Now, we are actively trying to find loads to replace the ones from the specific agent, because obviously these loads are not dependable and it's not consistent, and they don't let us know until the very last second. So we have been searching for loads to replace this, but today was kind of the deciding factor, because we were like, well, let's give it one more try. If this one fires off, you know, there's hope for it. But after this nonsense, we're definitely gonna drop all of them from this specific agency and try to replace all of the loads in between. So we are gonna probably stay in Greensboro for a little while to make sure they don't cancel on us before we deadhead down to Conley, because it is quite a bit of deadhead. And there's plenty of things that we can do. It doesn't fire off until Monday, and today is Saturday, so we have plenty of time. Like I said, there's a few things close, like Walmart, and there's a Planet Fitness close by that we can go to, and then we can come back here and sleep for a little while, grab an empty trailer, and then decide what we're going to do from there. because they still haven't even sent us over the updated rate con. So if they try to change the rate, or if it's just like insulting, then you know, we'll just cancel on them. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. It's fun time. So we have two of the loads are good. You know, I feel confident obviously about the dedicated one. That's a round trip. And then the one coming down here to Greensboro never seems to have an issue. So I feel good about those. We just need to find something to get us back up the East Coast that's more dependable. The pay's decent as well. There were a few options, but one of them was like 47,000 pounds, which we can't carry that. I think the most that we can really carry is about 44.5, and that's like pushing it. That's if everything lines up, the weight's even along the trailer, and we can move the tandems to adjust. But fuel economy wouldn't be that great, but if the money's right, you know, we would run it. But we just didn't. It was tough because there was a few loads that did pop up for this weekend, but we weren't 100% sold on them in order to like cancel this load and be sure that we should be canceling this load. But like I said, after that call earlier this morning, this load's pretty much, the next load is pretty much useless. So I think if we keep relying on that, we're just going to keep putting ourselves in a bad spot over the weekend. So it's really hard to get another load out over the weekend, and if we're not deadheading somewhere, it kind of cuts down the amount of loads that get us back up to like the Baltimore area that pick up on Monday and deliver either on Monday evening or Tuesday morning, and that's kind of what we have to look for. So we're really limiting the range, how far out we can go to find a load, because we still have to get there and then drive to the place. But you know, fun times. It's the perils of being an owner-operator and the load board working Monday through Friday, basically. So we're gonna figure out what to do with our life, whether we want to sleep first or go over to Walmart or Planet Fitness or whatever plan we're gonna do. We'll probably pick up a little bit later.
Well, we woke up to call an email from the agent on the next load, and she said they did make the decision based on freight volume to cancel the load. So we're gonna move forward with the idea of just going ahead and bowing out early on the next 3 loads that we had booked with her in September, because we can't keep doing this. We can't keep thinking we have a load for the weekend. There were other things we could have booked this week and didn't want to until we were sure that this wasn't going to run a second time. Maybe that's on us for not making that call sooner, but I feel comfortable with the, our portion of the relationship with that agency, just going ahead and just calling her and letting her know that we're not going to be able to do the next 3. I mean, she'll have to understand. She understands. Even this week, I can tell from the email that she understands what a pain this is. I know agents will say that, you know, it's hard for them right now too, and I understand that, but just given the fact that there were other loads that would have worked for us this weekend, maybe didn't pay quite as much as that one did, but they would have at least run and it would have given us something. So we'll be fine without this load, especially for 1 more week, but it's definitely time to give up on that agency.
Well, we had a good time over this weekend, taking the weekend off again unexpectedly, but kind of expected it, to be honest. You know, it wasn't a huge shocker, but we pulled the GTO out, got some work done. We actually have had these inset grills and we got them painted. Let's see. So they're going to replace these kidney grills here. So the color matches really well with the car. It's a single stage paint, so it's not the best, but and I'm also not a painter, but we managed to get that done. We're gonna get them put in tomorrow. We also painted the underside of the hood. That's what the paint was for originally. From factory, these had like a fire blanket, and they had primer in the middle of the hood, and then the edges were painted. So we went ahead and painted the whole thing. And then yeah, I've just been driving around having a blast. Took it to like a car meet last night, 2 of them actually. So I had a blast there. I was running on like 2 hours of sleep because pretty much ran through the night, and then Liz wanted to get us home, so we drove straight home. And yeah, just enjoyed our weekend not running freight, even though kind of would rather be making money, but you know, what are you gonna do? So next week we have the problem solved. We are running a different load, and we are also actively looking for different loads to run other than the one that keeps canceling. So I think we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.